What? What's good? Welcome to the What It Is podcast. I'm your host, INT, and today we're going to discuss some topics, man. And we got some interesting topics for y'all today, man. We got some interesting topics. Today we're going to discuss the pandemic of fake woke people that we have in today's society, followed by the quote-unquote cancellation of the Disney Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Question mark? As always, like last time, get you a cup of tea. And your favorite snack? Mine's Golden Oreos, man. I love me some Golden Oreos. I got me some right here. You know what I'm saying? I got me a pack of Golden Oreos right now. But let's go ahead and get into these topics for the day, and let's just see what it is. Now, following the topic of fake woke people in America, right? Now, it feels like ever since 2017, society has had this woke status that most people will call themselves when certain situations will occur, right? When the Black Lives Matter movement was in motion, there was individuals who were claiming they were allies, but were only allies to push their own agenda. If you know, you know. I ain't gotta say it. I ain't gotta say who in particular, but just know they are on that spectrum. If you catch my drift, you know what I'm saying. So it's almost as if everyone within this generation wants to be heard, but what they're saying doesn't make any sense, nor is it helping anything out, nor is it pushing a cause or pushing a solution to a cause that's been made. You know what I'm saying? For instance, for example, right? We got toxic masculinity, misogyny, the pronoun, the gender role topics that were being spoken about people, but the acclaimed woke society were making statements that didn't really make sense. You know what I'm saying? Speakers such as Candace Owens, Shannon Sharpe, Piers Morgan, Andrew Tate, Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, and even the 11th member, Kevin Sanders, has spoke about each and every topic I had listed. But there were individuals who tried to attack those speakers on those topics when they couldn't even give a simple answer to said people, let alone say anything that would give a solution to what's going on. Not that long ago, Ben Shapiro had went to a college to speak on topics, and there were self-proclaimed woke people, woke quotations, took it upon themselves to, I guess, stand up to Ben Shapiro, but had nothing to say about those topics that actually made sense. And these self-proclaimed woke students proceed to ask questions and say things that didn't really, it didn't help anything. It didn't go towards anything, right? There was a claimed woke student, right? A self-proclaimed woke student that attacked Ben Shapiro, saying mediocre insults that, to be honest, if he had told me those things, if he was saying those things about me or saying those things towards me, it wouldn't even hurt me, nor would it affect me. I wouldn't even care enough to be affected by your words, because what you're saying doesn't make any sense. Ben Shapiro asks his man a question, and he's over here insulting him. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, man. Candace Owens did the same thing. She went to a college to speak freely on topics, and the self-proclaimed woke students proceeded to ask questions that didn't make sense. One student even asked, "How do you feel knowing that your presence is offending trans students?" And guys, you know what she said? Because what she said, I ain't gonna hold you, but that was the most savage shit that she been said, man. What she told this student at this school, she said, "Tell them people, go grab a helmet and suck it up. Go grab a helmet, a helmet, and deal with it." That basically said, she said, "Man, I don't care. Hey, grab a helmet and go deal with what you got going on. I do not care." Now, there's one way to get a self-proclaimed woke person in line. That is one way, man. That is one way. Even Andrew Tate will speak on topics that are hot within today's society, and one of those topics were gender roles, what a man and a woman should be doing, but some believe otherwise, that both genders can do the same thing in certain situations. Now, I believe in equal rights, right? I believe a woman should work the same job as a man, and a man can work the same job as a woman. A woman can get an office job, a man can get an office job. If a woman wants to work in the oil rig like a man, she can work in that oil rig. You know what I'm saying? But there's a certain line that can't be crossed. It can't be crossed. You cannot be a woman and want to be called a king. You can't be a man and want to be called a housewife or a queen or any of those labels. You can't label yourself that if you don't fit. I'm sorry, but you can't do that. Disney did that same thing with the 2021 release of Cinderella, and that movie did not do so well with a 42% on Rotten Tomatoes for the 2021 Cinderella movie. And for that to be a Disney movie, and for that 42% on Rotten Tomatoes, that's terrible. That is terrible. You can't be a Disney movie and have a 42% on Rotten Tomatoes. If ain't that's 2 stars. That's a 2-star movie. Disney put out 5-star movies in the past, and now you got this 2021 movie that made 2% with 42%, like 2 stars at the box office. That's bad, man. It's bad. Speaking of Disney, they were making a Snow White movie, but instead of 7 dwarves, it was going to be 7 thieves. Yes, you heard me right. 7 thieves. not dwarves, thieves. Yeah, it's weird to me, man. Now, I can't fathom to understand why Disney decided to change that detail with this upcoming movie, let alone change the tone of the movie entirely. Actress Rachel Zegler, I don't know how you say her name, Rachel Zegler, who has the main role for Snow White, is one pushing for that change with the Snow White movie, saying that instead of a love story, it should be an empowering story where she is the leader. But man, you do not create this character, let alone you create this story. So you should be the last person to have an opinion, let alone a statement to push a motive to change the story that you didn't even create. She has even attacked critics and people on social media defending those who are on the same page of changing everything within this story, within the tone, within the message of the movie. Now, mind you, there are people 40, 50 years old who has watched those movies. There's watched those old Disney movies growing up, right? All around the world. And all of a sudden, in a new age, there are actors and industries who wants to change those movies and the message in those movies, and it doesn't make any sense to me. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Why change a character? Why change a message for a movie when there's other movies that they can watch, that society can watch, people in this society can watch, or people in this age can watch to get that message. But you don't have to change the original message and the original tone of a movie just because you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't like Rachel Zegler. She doesn't like the character. She doesn't like the story. She doesn't like all the old movies. She doesn't like it. And that's why she's pushing towards that change. And I just can't understand why she wants to push forward to it. But that is all for today, man. Wow, it was a short episode. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was a short episode. I didn't really have much for today, but this was an interesting episode to say the least. But how do y'all feel about the topics, man? How y'all feel? Do you feel as if the fake woke pandemic needs to end, or should it continue? Some individuals just want to feel important, so should we allow those individuals to feel important so they can have something to say, or just not let them say anything at all? You know what I'm saying? But also, do you think that the Disney movie Snow White remake is going to do well, or is it going to flop from how much backlash it's getting? How do y'all feel about it? I feel like it's going to flop. I feel like it's going to do terrible. I feel like it's going to have the same rating as the 2021 release of Cinderella. But that's just my opinion. That's just my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And as always, with social media sparks an outrage, and there's not much you can do or you can really say. It is what it is. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see y'all next time.